What's happening, guys? So if you're looking to find the perfect product to sell on Amazon Europe, then this is the video for you. And I want to start off by letting you in on a secret, and that is that most sellers start in Europe by looking at one market in isolation. That means they either look at the UK alone, or Germany alone, or France alone. And they often look at it with a view to one day sell in all 5 of the Europe marketplaces. So what I recommend to you is that rather than having expansion be an afterthought, why don't we start the process by looking at all of these markets? Why don't we start product research by looking at Europe in its entirety rather than singular marketplaces? I'm going to show you exactly how to do that now. So guys, before we get going with this, if you're new to the channel, a big welcome. Please do consider subscribing below and drop us a quick like if you do find this video helpful. But let's get on screen here. So you can see we're on AmazeOwl product database. And here you can actually use any starting point. So if you use Jungle Scout or Viral Launch, that's fine, but you need a starting point. So I suggest looking at product databases, things like that, that are going to help you come up with ideas. But however you start with ideas, up to you. And then we get into our Europe checks. So in this example, I'm going to start with the UK, and I do suggest you start with one Europe marketplace. That's going to lead on to everything else. So I'm going to start with the UK and use criteria as you can see here. I won't go through all of them. You can pause this if you want to copy them down. For example, the 4.15 pound weight range. And I don't suggest going above that because that is going to be about 1,900 grams, which is sort of your maximum to stay under 2 kilos, which is still very profitable for Europe. Anyway, drop in your criteria and search the categories that you wish to search, and then we're going to take a look at the products. Now, as you go through this, I suggest you save multiple products, because remember, we're going to put these products through a Europe test, and not all of them are going to pass that test, so you do want multiple options. We're also going to save this one over here. And here you can see a really nice price point, £35. I do recommend a higher price point in Europe. It will work well for you. You can also see our daily sales estimate here. And then of course review counts. So this review count is not super low, but it's definitely not very high. It's not too high. It's not in the thousands. So this is good as well. And once we've saved those, we can actually go over to potential products and have a better look at these. Now the main thing at this point is simply to take the main keyword for the product we're going to look at. Today we're going to focus on this one. So we can take even just baby carrier as our keyword here, and we're going to go over to Amazon and drop that in. Now this is super important. Do not skip this step. I see a lot of sellers just relying on software tools, and remember, you're selling on Amazon. So Amazon and what Amazon tells you and what you can see on Amazon is very, very important. So at this point on screen here, you're looking at the results following sponsored. These are our first organic results. These are the highest ranking, best selling products for that main keyword. And here we can see the product we found in the database as well as others. And what you're looking at is review counts. How are the review counts? And we can see these are actually quite low. 67 reviews, 111, 62, 24, 17, higher one here in 65, and so on. So this market accepts lower review counts. You'll start with lower reviews, so this is good for you. The price point is also validated across multiple offerings, not just the one we found. It's not just an outlier. It's actually, that's what this market's willing to pay. Again, very good for us, so we can increase margin. Now at this point, I do recommend a Chrome extension. I'm a big fan of the Jungle Scout Pro Chrome extension. That's actually a $1.99 once-off fee, but you can also use Viral Launches, and there's multiple of these. I'm actually going to use the Viral Launch one for this example. So if we click on that while we're on the page showing all the offerings, it's going to show us some very important metrics to do with this full market. Most importantly is we're again looking at that review quantity versus sales amounts and how many sales the sellers are doing per month. So here what I really do like to see is that although this competitor here has way more reviews than this top one, the top competitor here with lower reviews is actually making far more sales. This is important. It indicates that product performance and product design are more important to this customer than review counts, which is a great sign for us. We also do have sales spread out. Although this one is definitely taking a majority share in this case, we do have spread out sales amongst a lot of the competitors, which is also a good sign for us. Now what we want to do is actually click in to that specific product we're looking at here. And we're going to bring up the viral launch data again just for this product, so we have it referenced here. And what you want to do is you're actually going to take the brand name of this product that just allows you to identify this specific product, and you're also going to take the sales amount for this market, so the sales amount for UK, and we're going to go over to a spreadsheet and drop that in, as you can see here. So we now have that product name so we can identify it, and we have the UK sales, and now we're going to begin checking the other markets that we have. So to do that, all you're going to do is come up to the URL here, backspace.co.uk and input.de for the German marketplace, and search. It's going to bring up the offering again on Germany. It's important to note some sellers do not sell across all of them, and obviously for this way of researching you want to find sellers that do sell across all of them. Now we can bring up that Chrome extension again and check for the sales in Germany. Now here we can see the sales in Germany are 21. So we have 21 sales in Germany, way lower than the UK, but this is just for example's sake, and you'll see how this system will help you research products across Europe. So for Germany, we're going to input 21 sales. We can jump back here, and this time we're going to go to that URL, and we're actually just going to change it to .fr for France. And it's going to bring up the French marketplace with that same item, and we can open up our Chrome extension. Here we can see that this product is doing 27 sales in France per month. So we're going to jump over to our spreadsheet and drop in 27. Then again, we're going to go back and change this to IT for Italy and search. We can open up our Chrome extension on Amazon.it, and here we're doing 7 sales a month, so much lower, but this is just an example for you. So let's go into ES, the final marketplace, which is Spain. Again, we'll bring up that Chrome extension. This will also be low, 7. So again, 7 monthly sales. And then of course you can add in the total here. Now you can do this for multiple different products, even completely different product ideas that you find. And that way, as a whole, you're looking at Europe as a whole instead of looking at just one individual market. Now, there are great examples of this. I've seen products that in the UK, for example, maybe only do 110 sales. Now, most sellers at that point are going to completely move on. They will write that idea off and continue researching. And this presents a huge opportunity for you if you use this method, because by searching a bit deeper, you might see 710 sales in Germany, and then let's say 50 sales France, 40 sales Italy, and 40 sales Spain. Or you might even see a more even spread across all of these. But it is important to look at this because in some markets, that product's actually going to perform even better. So using this method, you can cover your bases and start looking at this from the very beginning, start looking at Europe as a whole. So guys, that is it for today. I know that the next steps would be differentiation and profit calculation, but I want to stop it here for today. And I hope this is something new. I hope this is something that's going to help you push the business forward. Please do subscribe below and click that like button if you got value in this. I'll see you guys in the next video.